The morning he shot Deems, she'd appeared as a redhead, which startled him. And worse, she flew into a rage when he asked for the umpteenth time about the Christmas Club money. "Woman, where's them dollars? I got to come up with them people's chips." "I ain't got to tell it." "That's stealing." "Look who's talking. The cheese thief." That last crack stung him. For years, the New York City Housing Authority, a mega mass of bloated bureaucracy, a hotbed of grift, graft, games, payola bums, deadbeat dads, payoff racketeers, and old-time political appointees who lorded over the cause houses and every other one of New York's 45 housing projects with arrogant inefficiency, had inexplicably belched forth a phenomenal gem of a gift to the cause houses: free cheese. Who pushed the button? Who filled out the paperwork? Who made the cheese magically appear? No one knew. Not even Bum Bum, who made it her cause d'etre for years to find out the origin of the cheese. The assumption was it came from housing, but nobody was stupid enough to awaken that beast by calling downtown to ask. Why bother? The cheese was free. It came like clockwork for years, every first Saturday of the month, arriving like magic in the wee hours in Hot Sausage's boiler room in the basement of Building 17. 10 crates of it, freshly chilled in 5-pound hunks. This wasn't plain old housing projects cheese food, nor was it some smelly, curdled, reluctant Swiss cheese material snatched from a god-forsaken bodega someplace, gathering mold in some dirty display case while mice gnawed at it nightly, to be sold to some sucker fresh from Santo Domingo. This was fresh, rich, heavenly, succulent, soft, creamy, kiss-my-ass, cows gotta die for this delightfully salty, moo-ass, good old white folks cheese. Cheese to die for, cheese to make you happy. Cheese to beat the cheese boss, cheese for the big cheese, cheese to end the world, cheese so good it inspired a line every first Saturday of the month. Mothers, daughters, fathers, grandparents, disabled in wheelchairs, kids, relatives from out of town, white folks from nearby Brooklyn Heights, and even South American workers from the garbage processing plant on Concord Avenue, all patiently standing in a line that stretched from the interior of Hot Sausage's boiler room to Building 17's outer doorway, up the ramp to the sidewalk, curling around the side of the building, and to the plaza near the flagpole. The unlucky ones at the end of the line were forced to constantly watch over their shoulders for the cops. Free or not, something this good had to have an angle, while the ones near the front of the line salivated and edged forward anxiously, hoping the supply would last, knowing that to get within sight of the cheese, and then witness the supply run out, was akin to experiencing sudden coitus interruptus. Naturally, Sportcoat's affinity with the very important distributor of that item, Hot Sausage, guaranteed him a hunk no matter what the demand, which was always good news for him and Hetty. Hetty especially loved that cheese, so her crack about it infuriated him. "You ate that cheese, didn't you?" Sportcoat said. "You ate it like a butcher's dog every time, stolen or not. You liked it." "It was from Jesus." That drove him wild, and he harangued her till she disappeared. Their fights in the weeks previous to the shooting had become so heated he had begun to rehearse his arguments to himself before she appeared, drinking booze in her absence to clarify his thoughts and wipe the cobwebs out his mind so he could lay out his reasoning clearly and show her who was boss once she showed up, which made him seem even more bizarre to the residents of the cause houses, seeing Sportcoat in the hall, holding a bottle of Rufus's homemade King Kong in the air, and saying to no one in particular Who's bringing the cheese, Jesus or me? If I'm the one standing in line for the cheese, and I'm the one fetching the cheese, and I'm the one hauling the cheese home in the rain and snow, who's bringing the cheese, Jesus or me?